My name's David Crouse. I was born on Beacon Hill in Seattle, which was kind of a rough neighborhood, at least it used to be. And at an early age, I kind of gravitated towards some negative friends in the neighborhood, and we would get into a lot of mischief, throwing rocks in car windows, stealing from corner stores, and kind of following a dark path. I think I was about 18 years old, senior in high school, and me and a friend decided to skip school because we had done this in the past, and this is a way to get money to support our habit for partying. It was to go around and basically rob homes when people weren't there. And one day we went out and did it, basically got away with stealing a bunch of stuff from homes. Someone got my license plate because I was the guy driving my car at the time around. And so we thought we got away with something, but a couple days later, a cop came to my home when I got home from school and arrested me right in front of my mom. And she was just hysterical. I'll never forget that. And basically, I went to jail as a senior in high school for a couple days, and it ended up being like a felony offense for the amount of stuff that we got caught for stealing. So already, not even graduated, already had a felony. And the only reason I didn't have to stay in jail longer was because I was still in high school, and they were going to give me a chance to graduate still with my class. So instead of being in jail for however long, I just got a ton of community service hours. I mean, up until just recently, I'd been abusing drugs, and my whole life, just basically my worst demon was marijuana. I just could not break. That was, to me, was everything. And so I just finally got to a point where I realized I was living in a fog. I mean, I'm talking 25 years. And I got tired of that, and I was very depressed during the whole time. I couldn't figure out why I was so depressed all the time. And failed relationships, failed friendships. I realized the friends that I made during this whole time of my life, I wasted on people that didn't really care about me. They just cared about what I could bring to the table at the time, and I was the same way. I just got tired of it. I felt like there's got to be something better than this. And so I decided that I wanted to try to start changing my life. And I will say this, that out of all of that, probably the biggest blessing that was ever given to me was the birth of my son. He was the one that got me to quit smoking cigarettes because I didn't want to influence him in that way. So I don't really know where my path would have gone if I didn't have him as something that actually gave me a reason to change. Probably 6-7 years ago, I remember talking to people like, hey, I don't know how I feel about it, but I feel like I just want to go to church because I want to get around I want to find out if there's people that care about you, that would, better friends, make, better relationships. Then I moved out to Mukilteo and lived right by the Foursquare Church, and just to drive by that for like 3 years straight, just looking at the church going, I'm going to go in there this weekend. And over again, I kept saying that. Never did it. For some reason, I never did. I'd call my parents, I don't know what, something's stopping me from going in there. And I know the reason is because I used to think that I had to fix myself before I could go to church, that God wouldn't want me. I wasn't good enough to go. The people that greeted me there were so warm and welcoming that I knew that there was something different. This is not like the rest of the world. This is a genuine thing. And I was ready to open my heart up to God at the time, so I did that, and I truly feel like He spoke to me that day. And I knew that at that point that this is what I was supposed to be doing. This is where I was supposed to be. And slowly He started working with me. He helped me to stop, almost instantaneously wanting to smoke pot anymore. I stopped abusing alcohol. I felt this kind of like lightness, like He was working with me, and my depression seemed to just hinder. People at work were noticing my attitude was a lot better. And my parents even were telling me that it was like they were talking to a new man, and I felt it. It's okay if you go into church and you don't feel like you belong there. God doesn't care. Jesus doesn't care about that. I don't think. I feel like if you open your heart to him and you're sincere, he's going to come in there and he's going to help you, and you're going to see things that are going to happen to where he's speaking to you. It may not be like obvious, but there's a lot of things you're going to see that you're going to have to eliminate coincidence eventually. And but you got to be genuine. You got to really want to know him, because if you don't, it's not gonna. I don't feel like it's gonna work. So I would say go in there with an open heart, be ready for change, and you're gonna get it. My name is David Crouse, and my life has been changed by Jesus Christ.